Ready, set, go. So the Action 5, which is a very nice product from the DJI, and the question is, should you get the 5 over the 4 or the previous versions of the same deal, and what this actually has in store for you. So first off, the box itself looks exactly like this in case you go ahead and want to give this to anybody as a gift. Next thing, inside the box we have the actual instructions manual, which is nice and small and handy for you, and a few other extras. So the extras that are included is a mount that you can use, and this specific mount has this thing right here, which is once you stick it on something, it's never gonna come off. Well, it will, but it's gonna take you some effort. Next thing, on the other side over here, you can see this comes this thing right here. So do not lose this. This is important accessories, and you can go ahead and stick this on a different mount as well. Now, the other thing that this comes with, it comes with its own cage. Now, I do suggest that if you are going and getting a cage for you to use, you actually upgrade to something a little better than this plastic cage, especially if you're going to be using this for action. But it will serve its purpose. So this one goes right in here in case you want to preserve this. You don't want anything to hit the actual GoPro itself, which is totally reasonable because it's going to be used, well, this is an action camera. Now, I made a mistake calling it a GoPro because the GoPro was the original that created the action camera market. The DJI went next with the Action #1 all the way now to #5. So the 5 is the latest and the best one you can get on the market today. But do you really need the 5? That's a little bit on the questionable side. Now, this one has a lot of tons of extra features, so if you have been looking forward, want to get the best and the greatest, this one is definitely it to get. Now, one thing that is very interesting about this one is that you don't no longer need an accessory for this to stick this on. You don't need a cage as well. Before, you needed a cage in order to mount this on just about anything. Now, right now there is a magnetic mount and it comes inside included, and it just sticks just like this, so easily for you to go ahead and mount this just about anywhere that you like. Now, you would need different accessories for you to go ahead and use, so you have to buy some extra accessories as well in case you want to go ahead and stick this on something else, a different surface altogether. But yeah, this is a magnetic mount and I really love this accessory. Now, for those of you who want to see this up close and personal when it comes to the Action, this one looks pretty cool, and this is super magnetic. Now, one way it doesn't go in, but the other way it does, and it mounts right on its surface, and that's it. Now, this is super magnetic, by the way. Even if you do this upside down, it's not going to accidentally go ahead and fall off. Now, if you need this more secure, you can go ahead and clip this on, which is something I do suggest for you to actually do, and now it's going to be mounted on this and it's not going to accidentally fall off. And there is just 2 buttons over here, and you click them in and then you can unmount this whole entire thing. Now, on the side over here, now the biggest reason why you want to have this one versus the previous one, well, it has a place for you to put the micro SD card, but it also comes in with a whopping huge amount of internal memory that is included with this, so you never actually basically is going to run out of space, which is a huge bonus for those of you who are going to have and shoot a huge amount of footage with this one. Now, this one comes up, and then we have the actual battery that is removable. Plus, not to mention, the version #5 gives you added extra battery power that you don't get in version #4. Now, it is actually a bit of a pain for people who are pro to always go ahead and remove the micro SD card. So with the 5th, you don't need to go ahead and remove this constantly out of here. You can only do it with a different kind of method, which is on the other side, and that is a cool way for you to do. So USB-C cable right here, you stick it on, it is included, and with the USB-C cable you can not only charge this thing, you can also, this is something I forgot to say, it is included with a USB-C cable with the purchase, but you can also go ahead and get all the content right off of it using this specific version from here. So there is 2 ways for you to get it out. it is USB-C cable, and 2 on the other side, the micro SD card, which is on this side right here. So 2 ways on the 5th. On the 4 and the previous generation, there's only 1 way to get the footage out, which is simply right over here, which is the micro SD card. So yeah, this is definitely an added bonus for you. So as you charge it, you can go ahead and get the footage out using the same exact method, which is really a space saver for you. Now, on the other hand, there is also the red edition. Has this really nice red letters right here. There is the red mount right here, as you can see in the circle. And this one is, yeah, that's the same as the previous edition. The rubber comes out, and of course, in case you want to go ahead and get this thing off, you will have to twist this around. As you twist this around, you can take this thing out and you can put a different one over here, and the resolution is the same with the 5 and the 4th edition of it. Now, the next thing about this, which is really cool, is on the other side over here. As you turn this on, you will see what I mean. So the screen is much bigger than the 4th generation. You get a bigger screen altogether, which is really an added bonus as well. So overall, you're getting a very awesome looking device that is much better built and a higher quality than any previous generation, and you can switch it between photo and video just by pressing on it double right here. If you go ahead and hold this for a little bit, it turns this whole entire thing off right there. So yes, you're getting the best, latest and the greatest generation of the DJI Action camera. Number 5 is highly recommended if you're looking for those extra features that the previous generation just doesn't have. I do like this one because of the few things that makes this just a little bit better than the previous generation. The other question is, are you really justified in paying the extra money for it? That is up to you. But are you really justified to go ahead and pay the extra money to get the latest and the best one? It really depends what kind of work you're doing, what you need this for, and of course, what kind of footage you're going to be doing. So if you need this underwater, you need extra time for you to record, you want everything over here. Let's say you forget the micro SD card or you run out of space. This is definitely the professional version, is the one for you to get. If you want to save a little bit of money, you don't need those small extra features for this specific camera, which is really small, but they do add up to be much better. Then of course go for the 4-1. It is good, but it is not as good as the 5th. So small improvements on the 5th that make it a very nice camera in case you're doing heavy duty action with the DJI Action number 5.